Bonjour Français, c'est Madame Torres. I hope you had a wonderful 3-day weekend, and we're back at it, getting into Module 7 this week. So last week, you were to complete 6.08 and 6.09, I believe. You were to finish up the Module 6 DBA and the test for Module 6. If you have not had a chance yet to complete those assignments, not to worry. I will still give you until the end of this week to try and get that discussion-based assessment in. So you have a couple of options to do so. Like I said before, you can go on the announcement page, click on Book Now, and schedule your appointment so that I can call you on the day and time of your appointment. Please make sure you remember the exact date and time of your appointment because I will be calling you for the time that you picked. So you need to make sure that you're available. If you choose not to schedule an appointment and would like to come to a live lesson, I'm going to be hosting live lessons for French 1 this week, but I may be able to accommodate you as well during one of those live lesson sessions. The only thing is French 1 will take priority. So if I have too many French 1 students in the live lesson there to complete their DBAs, then they will have to go first. However, just going to let you know in case we're having our first one today. From 3 to 4:30, so if you can make that one, you're welcome to come. Tomorrow from 1:30 to 2:30 in the live lesson room, and then on Friday from 9 to 10:30 a.m. So these are the same kind of sessions as last week. Unfortunately, last week no one showed up to 2 of those sessions, so I think that kind of shows me that most of you prefer to have your own individual discussion-based assessments over the phone, which is fine. So this week, 7.0 and 7.01, let's take a look at that lesson. We are going to address actually both of these in our live lesson Thursday. So please come out to it. We're going to be having fun, really, with the culture section. So 701 is where you're going to learn about Quebec and the Carnaval de Québec, which is an event they have. It's the winter carnival every year. It's a big deal. Google it, check it out, and check out some pictures from it. We're going to talk a little bit about that during the live lesson. Of course, you're more than welcome to read the live lesson before. And you have a pretest due by the end of that lesson. The second live lesson coverage is going to be on 7.01, La Fête Nationale. You're going to learn about French holidays in France, the biggest one being le 14 juillet, the 14th of July. So let's take a look at this one. After we get into the culture section, which we will address during our live lesson, you're also going to be learning about how to express emotion. And I do want you to check this lesson out before our live lesson. If you'd like to, you can skip forward to vocabulaire, which is more of what you're going to have to practice and memorize because you need to learn what these different emotions are and how to express them. So let's see, it's going to load. Some of these expressions you may already be aware of, you might already know. Some of them are probably new, but I'd rather you have seen them at least once or twice before you come to the live lesson. Please make sure you click on these little audios to listen to how these are all pronounced. And then your assignment that's due at the end of 7.01 this week has to do with expressing emotion. You're going to write about how different people express those emotions. So let's see when this decides to open. There we go. So check this out. 1, 2, 3. Holy moly. 3 things to turn in for 7.01 this week. So that means you have 4 assignments to turn in. Your pretest, and then 3 more from 7.01. So pay attention. First assignment, complete the sentence in a logical way using complete French sentences and your lesson vocabulary. This is super easy. You're basically looking over the emotions that you just learned about and adding them to the end of these sentences. Make sure that you pay attention to the gender of the person. Right? So who is it talking about? For example, number 3, mon oncle est, my uncle is, right? Guy. Marie est, number 5, girl. So if you notice when you looked at the emotions, some of them have extra e's at the end to make them feminine. Pay close attention. Use them logically here, right? If for number 1, it says quand tu as beaucoup de devoirs, tu es. When you have a lot of homework, you are. If you're happy, fine, use happy. But for number 3, where it says when my aunt is in the hospital, my uncle is happy, I hope not, right? Try to be a little logical with these responses. The second part is a photo essay. This is where you get to have fun. Use Prezi, use PowerPoint, use a fun template. Like go on Google and Google like Facebook template, Instagram template, or something fun to play around with. Don't just do it on Microsoft Word, right? If you've ever heard of it, there's this thing called Storybird, storybird.com. It's a free website where you can make it like a book. And that'd be so cool if you did something like that and then I could read it like a book. But here for this assignment, you're creating a photo essay with 6 to 8 simple French sentences about how you feel. You're going to use vocabulary and talk about how you feel in different situations. So for example, when it's my birthday, I feel. When my parents yell at me, I feel. You know? So think about different examples for this one. Here the example says, I'm frustrated when I go shopping with my mother because I hate shopping. A simpler way would be, when I go shopping, I feel. Or I'm ecstatic when I travel because I love to see new cities, and then add some pictures for that. And then the third part is the recording of your voice for that one, right? So again, in this lesson, make sure you pay attention to the vocabulary, but also not just the individual words, but how they form their answers, right? How they talk about how they're feeling. Let's see if it loads. I can show you an example. Comment vous sentez-vous means how do you feel, or comment tu te sens, how do you feel, right? So we want to make complete sentences. Je suis, right? See how they use je suis? If you want to use this verb sentir, you can totally use it. It's a reflexive verb. See how it has te in front of it? So if you really want to challenge yourself, you can say I feel. Je me, M-E, me sens. And sens is spelled in the same way as this. And then you can say je me sens épuisé. Je me sens extatique, right? Things like that. Something to keep in mind, when you're really excited about something, we use extatique, not excité. Extatique is the word. So if I see anyone using excité to tell me they're excited about something, I know that they didn't watch this video. So be careful. Okay, so again, this live lesson, we're going to be playing around with our new culture, our new vocabulary. So make sure you show up Thursday at 3 o'clock. Au revoir.